Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Chill Sunday stream. Hope everybody is doing well. We are back with some Staxel after finishing up React last week. And we will be moving into our next game, which I believe is pronounced Dordogne, but I could be wrong about that. We're gonna jump right into Staxel today. Admittedly, I'm not sure what to build for these games. But I guess we'll figure that out as we go. We made the shield, which turned out not to be Griek's shield, but his older brother's. Trying to think what was a good symbol of that game. Let me get flight going so we can actually move around here. I know we built the airship in the game. We have Raydel's shield, which kind of makes sense. Hello and welcome, Jaguar. Hope you're having a chill, lovely Sunday. Always glad to see the kitty in a box. Yeah, do that. No. Let's see. I feel like something to represent the three of them. Somehow. You wish you could put some more kitty pics and memes in the chat here. That would be nice. Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month. We're staying strong for now. see. Jaguar says the only thing I dislike about Pride Month is the reminder of how hot it's going to be getting. Make a number 3 that glows and call it a day. The floating ship at the end. I mean, the floating ship at the end would be a lot. Um, I mean, I could put like a little spark of the spell and then like a tiny sword next to the shield and have it be the 3 of their weapons and call it a day there. I mean, I feel like that could work. So we need like a purple for her spell. And then just a very tiny sword relative to this shield. Um, and honestly, we can make it from the same blocks. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then a little purple of some kind. What do we have for purple? Something like this to kind of glow it out. Make it a little bit bigger. Let's do like a 4 pattern at the bottom. Make it glow a little bit on the inside. Surround it like this. And her little energy balls that she shot. And the little sword and the shield. I think that pretty much covers it well enough. Next, we're gonna make something for our new game. I need a spot to build this though. Let's see. Oh, I can actually hear how it's pronounced. Let me do that. Dordogne. Okay. Good. I was pronouncing it wrong and I learned something. So let's pull up a red block. And I think what we're gonna do for this portal is we're gonna try to build like sun hat that she has in the cover artwork. But I'm gonna try to I can't do it near the beach or it's gonna blend in with the sand. We're starting to run out of space here, which I never thought would happen. Oh, this area works. But we can kind of try to make it angled. I don't know if that'll work. See, it's a very flat hat for the most part, but it looks like kind of bendy. And if I design it right, it should work for our needs. Alright. We want this hat to be like oval shaped. So we're gonna start it with 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. And we're gonna start rounding it a little bit. Actually, there's a part of me like, how the hell am I gonna do this in this game with the angle that I want to do? Let's see if I can... I mean, I could always kind of put it on its side, even if it looks a little funny. And now we want to kind of pull this up on the side a bunch. Get one more. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so the one more. 10. Now, as for this part, this is when we're gonna do a little bit of a three-dimensional thing here. This one is gonna actually be the row I use for the ribbon that's around the hat. So this one is gonna be red. It's kind of supposed to be the hat she wears, but if it was on its side, if that conveys, I might need to go one more deep actually. Yeah, I think that works. Uh, Hold on. I know it's wrong here. I want to do like this. See, like this is stepping. I need this to kind of have a similar effect. see what that looks like from the inside. Actually, it's kind of better. I kind of like how from one angle it looks very obviously like the hat, especially from the side. But from this angle, it could kind of function like a portal. Especially if we threw something like this in here. All right, there we go. Jaguar had asked me. Sorry, I have not been keeping up with chat. I just wanted to get this designed. Jaguar had asked, "Have you heard about the Patty Lapone situation?" No, I have not. What's going on with that? And you said, I don't think I asked how your day is going today. It's been a very slow-moving day, but it's been pretty good. How about yours? I'm a little shocked to see that you're the only one here at the moment. I would have thought some people would have made it by now. Jaguar says, I don't know much, just read that she said some not tasteful comments about another actor. Folks are upset because her behavior promoted bullying. Yeah, I unfortunately don't have context for that, so I can't really say much, but Lupin wrote a letter of apology. Well, is that something we believe, or is that something that was done because it was convenient? Jaguar says, I have no idea if she actually believes in her letter or if she did it just as an ill way of image control. I mean, that's the downside when it comes to any public-facing figure, is you could have someone who's genuinely apologetic and trying to change, and they're, you know... Or you could have somebody who's just going through the motions because, you know, they want to preserve their career. You're doing, glad to hear I'm doing well. Also just trying to catch up on work. I'm mostly just trying to manage, you know, in this world that we are now finding ourselves in. You know. But, with that said, I think we pop into our next game. Oops. Game did not connect to... We had a blip in the wormhole. Oh, that's weird. There we go. Now it went through. You can see the hat I was trying to design there on the bag on the left. Jaguar says, I also don't know if her comments were meant to be hateful or if she was just being a diva, which she is. Hello and welcome, Jalex. Hope you're having a chill and lovely Sunday and glad you could join us. You made it in perfect time for Dordogne. Is this gonna be controller or mouse and keyboard? Mostly playable with controller. Okay. Let's get started. If there's any volume adjustments that need to happen, let me know.
What is your first memory? Mine is somewhere in the last few months before my 13th birthday.
That is kind of late.
Whatever happened before is gone.
Oh, okay.
Forever gone. I don't remember anything.
This dream again. My head hurts. So does my back. Where's my phone? Must be Dad. New message from Fabrice. Where are you? Your mother's worried sick. Of course it's Dad. As if you weren't. I should answer. Quickly for once, let's see what he has to say. What are you hoping to achieve? You know what I want. I want to clear the house out. I'm a little quiet compared to the game. Let's see what we can do about that. Let's do that. Nora left me a box. Memories. I need to find out more. I need to do this. I need to find answers. You don't come home. He'll never understand. He hated Nora. Doesn't matter. The removals people are coming on Friday to get rid of all the junk. Do what you want, but you can't change the past. This isn't gonna be easy. Come on, Mimi. You can do it. I should stop answering for now, or else he'll keep sending messages until I come home. In the same week I lost my job, my grandmother Nora died, and got my hands on 2 letters. Dear Fabrice, I'm writing you to let you know that in accordance with your mother's will and your recent phone calls, the Dordogne house will be emptied next week. I would like to express how deeply sorry I am for your loss. Nora was a friend of mine, and I hope you don't mind me saying, but despite your differences, I know you cared as much for her as she cared for you. Please let my office know if you change your mind regarding the sale of the house. Given the current state of the market, I have no doubt you'll find a buyer before December. But a property like this should stay in the family. You will find in this envelope a few words addressed to your daughter. Thank you for giving it to her directly. With my most sincere condolences. Yeah, I stole this letter from Dad. He was never going to tell me about Nora, about my own grandmother. But the other message that was the biggest surprise.
Dear Mimi, This letter will come as a surprise to you. Your father decided to cut ties with me 20 years ago. A choice I understood, but never accepted. This letter is about goodbyes. I will be gone by the time you read it. I've left something for you in my house. A box of memories and a letter. I hope you like to play and explore as much as you did the last time you visited Dordogne.
Hello and welcome,
Forever
Il.
with you, Nora.
Hope you're having a chill, lovely Sunday. I don't remember this place. I've been here before, but I don't remember anything. I wonder if... would they hide the key somewhere? Find a way to get into the garden. I can see something in the litter box. Oh, a key. Someone must have dropped it in. Let's empty that letterbox. Someone's lost their cat. Ouch, that's a really good deal if you need a power saw. To Nora's family. I just heard about Nora's passing and I want to share with you my deepest sadness. The whole town shares your pain and we hope you will find peace in knowing how much good Nora did since she moved to the region in the 50s. Our most sincere condolences, the mayor, the deputy mayor, and everybody at the town council and the town market. Put in the infinite ammo cheat code. I don't know what I would be shooting. Bill? Might be in the wrong genre this time. Can't get my fingers through the opening. But the letterbox is loose. I think I can lift it and shake it. Earl Grey? No. Damn, the key is stuck at the bottom of the letterbox. Let's see if I take the back off the letterbox. I am having some cold brew sencha because it is too damn hot out. Thankfully, I had a screwdriver in the car. I don't believe I did. But I might have. Let's grab that key.
Okay.
Now I'll be able to open the door. Now to the house. This patch reminds me of something. There were vegetables here. This place feels abandoned. Locked. Good, because I wasn't going to start investigating a damp cave. I think I remember this. Okay. It looks like there's a path behind these bushes. Pretty sure I used that swing. Locked from the inside. Wow, I'm shaking. It fits.
So,
Here we go. I don't remember anything about this place. Yet the house feels like home. Too bad I can't see a thing. Here you are. E, check. Light, check. Next call? Huh? The box Nora left for me? Stop talking to yourself, Mimi. Wait, this pen.
wait.
Do you remember this pen? I knew you would find it right away. Yours truly, Nora. I spent a summer writing with this. Writing in my... Wait, I remember.
And make sure she brushes her teeth. She's always trying to get out of doing it.
Fabrice, I know how to bring up a child. I'm glad she's here with me. We'll have fun, the two of us.
That was before we moved to the States. 1982, I think.
We have to go now. Mimi? Mimi!
Yes?
Say goodbye.
Come on, let's get your suitcases to your room. Okay, whatever. Unpack my suitcase in the bedroom upstairs. It feels empty without Grandpa. I've got to unpack first or they'll tell me off. Grandma and Grandpa used to do crosswords here in the morning. I hope I won't have to eat these. You collected a new sticker. So tired, but gotta unpack first. I wanted to stay home. Gate's open. Grandma used to lock it before. Grandma was afraid I would drown. I know how to swim. The pond was Grandpa's idea. The cats are definitely Grandma's. Not in the mood. This is gonna be a long summer. I wish I stayed back in Paris. What am I doing here? Heh, boring. I shouldn't be in here. Is it safe to have a tree indoors? Better. It's locked. Ugh, why do I have to do it now?
So,
So many sweaters. It's summer, Mom. She's so annoying. She keeps inventing problems and she's exhausting. I hope the summer will pass quickly. I wish I could spend it with my friends instead of coming here. What's that? Mom must have popped this in my suitcase.
yay!
You've unlocked a new location. Grandma's house. A map. That'll be useful if I can get out of the house. Okay, I better go downstairs. It really is way too warm, Felix. First day, I miss my friends. All done? Yep, can I go play outside? It's dinner time soon. Ah, why don't you draw something? There's paper in the living room. Find some paper in the living room to draw. Your dad told me you have some homework to do over the summer for your new school. Huh? I wish I stayed back in Paris.
Yay!
You've collected the binder. I couldn't find any paper, so let's use this old thing. Draw? I'm not 7 anymore. Where should I draw? Parents. Always a safe choice. Have you finished? Yes, I have.
What have you done? This isn't
I
for
didn't know.
drawing.
It looked old and...
Of course it's old. I've had it since before your dad was born.
It's just that
I'm sorry, Mimi. Sorry, I thought... No, it's fine, sweetie. You've never shown me that binder before. Is it a secret? I usually lock it in the attic. Oh. Why do you hide it? It's a memory, actually. It's a lot of memories, actually. This binder is very important to me. Your grandfather and I, we used to write to each other through these pages. So it's precious? Yeah, but maybe, you know what? Why don't you take it? Take it? Why? Because it wasn't meant to end. We used a binder so it would never be over. We could always add pages. Do you understand? I think so. It's like a never-ending book. Promise me that you'll keep writing and drawing in it, that you'll keep it alive. Would you like me to show you how to use it? Yeah. First, you can write everything you need to remember to do here. Let's add the map to let's add the map your mother gave you. This way you can't get lost. We always kept the binder organized, so I'm hoping you'll do the same with the tabs. All the little memories you've collected are tidied and stored there. Maybe we'll put some new stuff in this binder over the holiday. I'll let you explore it by yourself. Did I really miss the first one somehow? Yeah, it is hot this week. It is tiring, exhausting. Those are definitely real feelings right now. The binder. I remember it now. Maybe the binder's in the bunks? The candle won't last forever. Let's open the shutters. Pictures of random people. This couch is old, but it looks extremely comfy. Ah, feels good. This couch is old, but it looks extremely comfy. Pictures of strangers. Much better. This place hasn't changed. Let the removals people deal with it, Mimi. This room is a mystery to me. Dear Nora, I am sincerely sorry to hear about the news about your health. There is, I believe, some solace to be found in knowing how long you have left. I take the liberty of saying this to you because we are friends, and I have seen too many families torn apart after a sudden passing. As for your request, it has been received and will be dealt with shortly. I'm going to see what I can do from my side. There is a chance you might have to come down to the office in Bordeaux in the next few weeks to sign some documents. If you want to, we could fondly reminisce about the time your husband was teaching me French grammar and spelling. With infinite thanks for your words and deeds, your friend, Simone. Yo, why is the dad so insistent on her not touching anything? Like, should I go into Nora's room? Box might be there. I'll only search here if I really have to. Impressive. More books. Locked, that's a pity. Maybe she put the binder in my room after all. She wanted me to find the box. I haven't been in here in 20 years. Grandma left me a box. It should be in my room, right? I can't see a thing. Let's open the shutters. Merchant says, am sapped from the heat outside, but hello Jaguar, Il, Terra, and Jalix, and anyone else here. Yeah, this heat is getting ridiculous real quick. I'm already having cold brew tea instead of hot, so like, it's gonna be a long summer. This is ancient. Where am I gonna find a tape player in 2002? Boy, do I know those feelings. They make them with USB connections now. You can actually record your old, like, cassette tapes digitally. Which is kind of wild. Like, I would have never imagined that as a little kid. I used to have one of those cassette players that I used to use. Dating myself by saying that I grew up with these rather than CDs. But the CDs came a little later, into my, like, almost teen years. Back when getting an MP3 player was like a big deal. Letters? I'd better save them. I don't want the removal people to throw them away. Let's see. A letter Nora wrote to Edouard. Oh, Grandpa. This trip to Paris is wearing me out and I miss our house terribly. Yesterday for lunch I saw some colleagues from the agency. Michael says hi. I met some of the new architects, including a couple of very bright interns. The stench of cigarettes and cold coffee, the crumpled paper sheets, the table covers, and drawings. What a joy to find again these half-forgotten memories. I immediately felt a strange lassitude, and went back to the hotel. I had to be rested to meet Helena, Fabrice's new girlfriend. Dinner was at a small bistro in Port Malo. Oysters because I absolutely love them. Helena comes from a very wealthy family, but she's quite nice if a little uptight. You know me, I couldn't stop teasing her about that. And Fabrice, I started one of our little arguments. If you had been there, you would have found the right words to calm him down. I couldn't, so I lost my temper. Time for me to leave. It's quite late, and I would like to sleep before the next leg of my trip. Tomorrow is Nantes. After tomorrow is Quiberon. I will be back as planned next week by 4 p.m. train. Until then, I drop a kiss on your lips. Your Nora. Jaguar says, oh my god, yes. Tapes. I remember recording myself. Anyone remember making a mixtape? Yeah, I used to have tapes where I would have the same song play over and over and over and over again. So I could just keep listening to the same song without having to rewind the tape. You can't just put it on repeat. Mixtapes were so romantic, that was dedication. Late 1970s, she was already pregnant with me. I'm taking the time to write down these few words in the hope that you will be able to forgive your son. After our rushed exit from your house, I couldn't find the opportunity to tell you how sorry I was for the words he used. I know that Fabrice and you do not often agree, but I dare to believe that between a child and their parent there must be a form of respect which should not be broken. I also believe that this whole scene was not a good show for my little Mimi. Obviously, you have the right to see her. I wish for my daughter to have exciting and meaningful moments with her grandparents. She must grow up knowing she can count on you as much as she can count on us. I would request from you to not disclose this letter or its content to Fabrice. Thank you, your daughter-in-law, Elena. 1978, the year before Grandpa died. I think Dad and Grandpa got into a fight that was the last time they spoke. What a shame. The letters? I've got a feeling they'll help me remember my past. Gangle says I used to record a lot of music from the radio. Yeah, those were the times. Jalix says, I only really knew CDs, but even those were on the way out once I was in a place to use them. Although my mom had a bunch of VHSs and tapes too, but they were more curiosities. I used to record. So the way that my TV was set up back in the day is I used to have, like you'd have to run like the console for a video game through the VCR sometimes in order for the signal to go to the TV. And you'd have to put the TV on the VCR's channel and the VCR on the proper channel, and like it was like a whole to-do to get certain things working if you wanted it to function smoothly, and if you didn't have the right hookups and whatever. So I used to be able to do that and record my video gaming. So I would actively be sitting there and recording the games I was playing while I was playing them. And that was so, like, mind-blowing at the time. The idea of just being able to click OBS, just click record and go with my games, like that, yeah, nah. Or the idea of a capture card for a console game. It was not really something normal, but I definitely had a bunch of VHS tapes. I used to record all my favorite shows when they would pop on so I could watch them again. I mean, those were interesting times. Jaguar says, yes, me too. Recording from the radio was gold. Yeah, until you could start, you know, getting MP3s. And then MP3s kind of blew everything up. And it was so wild. The idea that you could have not like 10 songs on a CD, but 100? I remember people being like, how would you even manage that much music? And now we're walking around with phones that can be filled up to the brim with music. More data than we could possibly store. An old camera? My old camera? Now that's an old camera. Oh, wow. Hello and welcome, King Cyrus the Great. How are you doing? Hope you're having a lovely Sunday. Glad you could join.
So,
Jaguar says, I remember when I had a job in college and worked so many extra hours so I could save money to get an iPod as a gift to myself. I never owned an iPod. They were way too expensive at the time for me. I had one of the other brands. I don't even remember. It was like, not the Zune. I can't remember the other one that was mildly popular. But, I mean, I eventually did get an MP3 player. It was just... It was so strange, because before that I was using an MP3 Walkman. I know it had, like, everybody had, like, the obsession with the scroll wheel. I didn't know about the other brands and how they worked. I would have just gotten one of those instead. It works after all these. Merchant says I went from a tape player I got from trading stuff on the playground. It had a built-in FM radio, so it felt futuristic, to a CD player, to a mini disc player, then an MP3 player. I had my cassette player.
I remember how hard it was
wait.
the first few days. Far from home.
So I had my cassette player, and then I proceeded to get one of those like Walkmans that would actually play an MP3 CD. Because that wasn't like a native thing back then. Like CD players wouldn't actually play MP3s. So you'd have to get one that was specifically designed for it. Now, my mind was blown. And it would skip. Like, because the laser was reading the disc, if you walked too fast or you started running, sometimes the song would skip. You know, it was so annoying at the time, but there's a certain nostalgia for it now. Yeah, second day. I can't believe I'm gonna have to spend 4 weeks in here. Breakfast is ready. Right, time to go down. It's locked. Better. Yeah, the way that they did the graphics here is really beautifully done. Like, it's like almost like hand-drawn three-dimensional animation. You've collected a new date. Yeah, you know what? It does look like watercolors. I don't want to go outside. Old pictures, old memories. Do you want a drink? What do you usually have at home? The milk smells weird. It's because it's not real milk, not what you get in Paris, and not what you get in America. Hungry? I've made some toast. Butter looks weird. It's so yellow. Butter's normally that color. So dark. Is the honey old? It's chestnut honey, dear. Can I have some cereal? I bought the cereal for you, but it isn't good. Dreadful ingredients. But I like it. Your mother insisted it's full of sugar, Mimi, really. You can have a little bit, but no more. Okay. Come on, I told you this cereal is really bad for you. I tried to take a little bit. I tried to put the box down and it didn't let me. Are you alright, Mimi? I'm okay. You know what? In here, it is okay to not be okay. I want to see my friends. We're supposed to spend the summer together, sweetie. It's unfair. I know you miss your parents. And your friends. Let's go out. Let's do something, just the two of us. What do you think? I'd like that.
She would usually have snapped or shouted, but she gave me something. I could tell she was forcing herself to be nice.
Dad said no climbing. He still thinks I'm 4 years old.
I remember now. We would be walking down to the river. She'd be quiet, lost in her thoughts. My father hated it when I did that. He probably hated his mother too when she was like that. The river, the pebbles, the cold, cold water. The Dordogne.
Ooh, it's pretty. The view's gorgeous from the middle of the river, but here, take this. Oh, a camera! It was your grandfather's, and now it's yours. Really? Look around you. The view is just spectacular. I'll get a picture from the middle of the river. Ooh. Alright, Mimi. First you have to focus on your subject. Look, we've got company. Why don't you take a photo of those hot air balloons up there? Good one.
Okay,
One last picture before we head home.
nice.
Fantastic. And don't forget, you only have a limited number of photos.
Okay.
Your holidays got off to a bit of a rough start, but I do hope you're feeling better, sweetie. Yes, I think today was... actually pretty good. I'm delighted to hear it. What kind of pictures are you going to take with the camera? Pictures of you? Oh, thank you. But look around you, it's much more beautiful. I tell you what, why don't we note all your ideas down in the binder? I know exactly how I want to decorate my page. Sounds exciting. What do we say we put more headings in your binder so you can create some great pages? There you go. Here you can create your own page with all the memories you get. And when you're happy with your page, you can move it here and it'll become part of the binder. How about creating your first page? I'll leave you to it. This binder was a connection between your grandfather and me. I think he would have loved seeing you using it. I miss him. Oh, I do too, my dear. I do too.
Letters from the past, poems, pictures, postcards.
What's that?
Is that the lost kitty? Oh, look at that face.
Oh, it must be Nora's cat. She looks hungry. What's that noise? I'd better check. How did you... I'll help you. Stay still, little one. Hello, Missy.
Whoa, no.
I wasn't very brave there. I must be hungry. And I need that key.
The paw race. The sign you should put the cat down. Alright, so I think here we're going to take a break for a few minutes. When we come back, we will try to find a kitty friend. Until then, I hope you have a good break. Get some water, stay cool. Start cold brewing some tea or something, and grab a snack. And I'll see you all in a few minutes. Alright, everybody, and we're back. Just a second, and we'll have the camera back on. Oh, man. Oh, hello and welcome, Sam. Hope you're having a chill and lovely Sunday. Glad you could join. Sam says, having a horrible fatigue day, but wanted to say hi. I feel you. I completely feel you on that. I feel like everybody's lethargic today. Everyone I've spoken to, at least, has, like, a lethargy about them. I wonder how much it would cost to fix this. I think it's the change in temperature and the heat cranking up. I think that's a huge part of it. It feels like a very lazy Sunday. To be honest, depending on how quickly this next chapter goes, we might call it after this next chapter and just save everything else for the next stream. Just as an FYI. Did we do this together with Nora? In the fall, it's a bit damp over here, but in the summer, it's in the shade. Of course it's locked. How likely is that the cat has the key? Extremely likely. I need to be clever. This cat knows this place better than I do. Like a professional gardener. This place, I remember this place. What a lovely spot. I spy a hungry little kitty. If I scare her off, she could disappear for days. A bit of food might do the trick. I'm sure Grandma has something for you in her kitchen. Sam says my fatigue is chronic. I'm still recovering from several years of the one diabetic med that was silently making my diabetes worse. Yeah, you've mentioned. I'll take a break later, I promise. Yeah, like Jaguar said, those things have serious side effects. And if it wasn't the right medication for you, it's no joke. Yeah, things take time, unfortunately. Hopefully you get to the better spot with it all. Nora never cared for television as far as I remember. Okay, I need to find something to attract my little friend. You collected sardines. Sardines? Cats love these. Or is that just a stereotype? You collected store-bought treats. Industrial treats. Never opened. Nora wouldn't have used these. I'm not looking in the right spot. My first studio flat in Paris was smaller than this pantry. Hello and welcome, Shark. Hope you're having a chill and lovely Sunday. Glad you could join. You've collected homemade treats. Homemade cat food? That's just like Nora, but it smells weird. I should have enough treats for the cat. I need to go back to the pond. Get back to the cat. You're playing Bloodborne right now while watching this? That's gotta be a shift. I dislike this house. I felt my place was in Paris with my friends. It's locked. How did you grow so much in here? These are lighter books. San Antonio, Raymond Davos, comedy stuff. You feel a sense of peace in the difference? Okay. You got calming on one end and all over the place action on the other. I hope the cat's still hungry. This tree looks like it can keep a secret. Hello, you. We use the homemade treats. A cat of great taste, I see. I was like, no, you can't throw me another treat till I'm done with the treat I'm eating, human. Scared me. You scared me, human.
Here.
Shark says, I keep forgetting this is a YouTube stream and trying to check unit. Yeah, we're not on Discord right now, so you're fine. Time to open up this cave. I hope the key fits. Jaguar says I ended up getting myself a condensed soup during the break. And I feel like water balloon Kirby. I'm so full. Which kind of condensed soup? Yes, I'm in. Secret tunnel. Fuse. Sam says, I mute thee in the name of... Once again, I would like to apologize for what happened with your boy. We usually try to stay out of the playground when it comes to problems between students, but things escalated and we felt it was the right move. I don't believe your son stole anything, and despite the rumors, it was me who gave him the launch. Other parents have been quick to use this as a way to criticize your son and your family. I also need to apologize on behalf of my wife. Nora has been very protective of me lately, mostly because of my health. You must have heard. I'll talk to her soon. Trust me when I say that she will believe your child and me. We love him very much, no matter what you might think at the moment. Cream of mushroom. That is not my favorite. I'm glad you enjoyed. There's a kayak. Wait, it rings a bell. Yeah, not a fan of cream of mushroom. Y'all can have it. Ugh.
What's that?
Sam says people get weird when I eat cream of mushrooms from the can.
Oh, you're up. I was going to do some gardening. Will you help me?
Sure. What's in that room?
Nothing you'd be interested in. Get dressed and meet me outside. And brush those teeth.
Darn. Oh.
Yeah, I'm not judging anybody else who wants to enjoy their cream of mushroom. Who uses water? Plenty of people use water. Not me, because I don't eat cream of mushroom soup.
Wait. There. It's recording.
Why are you recording?
I want to hear you when you find it. When you solve my little riddle.
All right. Get on with it.
Okay. So, I am fresh when I am hot. It's easy.
It's always easy when you know the answer.
This one is really easy.
Give me a second. Fresh, hot. A house made of stones?
No.
Our house is fresh when it's hot outside. That's why we bought it.
It's not the answer I'm looking for. So, do you want a clue, or...
Bread. Bread is fresh when it's hot out of the oven.
Ah, well done.
Very, very nice riddle. I love it.
Oh, look. There's a spot right there.
Well, we're very lucky. Every time we come here, we find a spot right outside the door.
So lucky. Every time we go to the hospital, we find a parking spot right away.
That's not what I meant. Come on, let's go.
Well, Sam, I'm gonna be honest with you. You get that response from me not because you're eating cold cream of mushroom, but because you're eating mushrooms. And I am not a fan of mushrooms. But that's aimed at everybody having that cream of mushroom. Also, Shark, I hope you enjoy your spaghetti.
Can you imagine how miserable we'll be without these?
These what?
These sounds. Listen to this engine, how it purrs.
Edouard, get your head out of that exhaustion pipe or it will fill your empty skull. What are you doing?
Recording this engine's rumble.
Recording a truck engine. In the middle of the most gorgeous poppy field you've ever seen?
These engines are disappearing, Nora. I've got to save them for the next generations.
Do you actually believe our grandkids will have less engine noises?
Of course. In 20 years, maybe even sooner, cars will be silent.
Uh-huh.
And they'll fly, right?
Well, why not? We were born before fridges, freezers, and washing machines.
I'll be by the picnic table.
One day, she'll see how wrong she was.
Y'all having fun with your mushroom conversation over there. I am so glad that you all enjoy the mushrooms because you can get them away from me. Yep, we're gonna do a teeth brushing scene. That is not enough time to brush your teeth. Okay, I have a serious question. Do people actually use the cup, like by the sink, to rinse? I always have just cupped with my hands. Like, I'd wash my hands before I brush my teeth. And then I would brush my teeth, and I would just cup my hands to get water in my mouth. I don't, like, actually have a cup here. I vaguely remember my grandparents having the cup there. But I don't think I've ever seen anybody else actually use the cup. Merchant says, when I was a kid, I would just drink from the spout faucet, but as an adult, I just don't rinse after brushing because apparently you're not supposed to. Wait, you're not supposed to? Rinse after brushing your teeth? Cups in bathrooms gross me out. There is only one time the fluoride is supposed to do its thing for 20 minutes. Isn't it supposed to be that you rinse it because you don't want to swallow too much of the toothpaste? Like, you have to rinse the excess. You never rinsed with water, just used mouthwash. Huh. Neat. I'm not talking about ingesting the fluoride, I'm talking about ingesting the toothpaste in general. I almost forgot my hat. I don't think I'd be comfortable just leaving my mouth with the toothpaste residue.
That house. How did I feel about it?
I can do with
I
mouthwash
used
just
to
fine. I don't
come,
rinse after mouthwash,
but
but...
something... My father and his mother became more distant. I didn't notice it back then. I felt that something was wrong, and they never spoke about it. Is that why I don't remember that summer?
What toothpaste are you using, Sam? My toothpaste ain't made of chalk. And Cyrus says, I hate toothpaste because I'm a god. Sam's out here using Dwight Schrute tooth powder. That's what I'm literally imagining. I'm so glad you said... I'm just imagining the tooth powder and I'm like, okay. Like, I know there's baking soda in some toothpaste, but... Jaguar says, I couldn't not rinse. Having toothpaste in my mouth would feel like cat frothing at the mouth. Like a cat who just had mints. Yeah, I'm with you there, Jaguar. Like, I gotta rinse the excess toothpaste out. Like, I don't think rinsing it's gonna do enough to get the fluoride off of my teeth. What was the toothpaste from Frog Detective? Oh, the one that I used to sell? Because I'm a shill for, whatever toothpaste that was. I don't remember. Last night we watched a lot of rock music videos with Grandma. That was surprising. It's weird without Grandpa. Young or old, Dad looks so serious. Sam says they use some kind of abrasive, I guess, unless you use a gel paste. Usually chalk is about 30% of the base. Are you talking about the baking soda? Because that's what's in mine. Grandpa used to cook a lot, I think. No cookies, just weird stuff I've never heard about. Merchant says, Sam, mine is smaller. I love that gritty feeling. You like gritty toothpaste? I feel like that would bother me. Cyrus, is that a reference to something? There are also charcoal pastes. Yeah, I know there's charcoal pastes. You like a light grit. I don't like grit in my toothpaste. Yeah, I'd be really, really concerned with the abrasiveness of a gritty toothpaste possibly breaking down enamel over time. It's called tooth pasta. I mean, let me look it up. Frog detective toothpaste. There was the mouthwash. It was like mouthwash or something like that. The AI is definitely lying. I mean, somebody could always go check out my frog detective stream. How is this not readily available information? This is the information that matters. Merchant says what enamel's broken down is made up by the grittiness building character. That's just science. Ah, I see you've gone to the RFK School of Science. Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It's big tooth powder spoiling the search result. Losing teeth like me gives them character. I think I'd freak out if I started losing my teeth. This guy taking shots of raw milk in the office just, yeah. Don't worry, the calcium in the milk will just fix his bone. I hear that in certain video games, if you drink milk, it instantly regrows your bone. It could be a nice place to read all these boring books I have to read. Girl, read your books. They're good for you. Shark says, it's Dr. Tight Smiles 101 Whitening Cold Paste for Teeth. Damn right. It's the only product you need. Merchant says true. Peeing makes my IRL health points increase. Sam says, I lost an incisor recently. I look like in a Western movie prospector. Oh, I don't know how I would. I don't know how I'd feel if I lost an incisor. Fun fact about me, I still have one of my baby teeth. I had a rare... What did I do with my tongue on the teeth? I didn't even pay attention. Just, I'm like counting my teeth in my head. I actually was born with a missing adult tooth. So the baby tooth never fell out. And that tooth will likely fall out at some point in the next decade or two. It would look like I was checking to see if they were old. I was counting them. Yeah. Look, no. Me losing teeth would be just not a fan. I wasn't sure if you really wanted to help. I don't know anything about gardening. Well, we'll start with something easy. Why don't you go fetch a trowel from the cave? A trowel? Don't worry, it's like a small shovel. You can't miss it. Find the trowel in the cave. Does the interest accrue with the tooth fairy for a tooth like that? Man, I wish. We know which nightmare Tara gets. Yes, I have had the nightmare. Do you know how... When I have had that nightmare, do you know the relief that I have when I wake up and my teeth are all in my mouth? I brush my teeth like twice in the morning that day, every single time. Like, oh. That feeling of them just like falling out of your mouth in a dream. It's like, how do you even like process that? These look really good. We should make a salad. Salad sounds so good right now. Look, I know that there's a certain level of, wear and tear that's going to happen just from time, no matter how much I clean my teeth or how good I take care of them. Because as we get older, things happen. Our gums start to decay, things break down. But, like, I don't know. I'm not looking forward to losing teeth. I'd like to keep them for a very long time. Is it like that scene with the veterinarian in Fight Club? I've never watched Fight Club. I have no desire to watch Fight Club. Fight Club is not geared for me. I am not the target audience that needs to be watching Fight Club. Merchant says you're not missing out, Tara. I know. I have no desire to change that. Either that or you're really following the first rule about Fight Club. I don't know what that rule is. There are rules in Fight Club? Shark says I started watching it and got bored. Yeah, that sounds about right. Sinners is, though, hell yeah. Sinners is a damn good movie. Well, Sam, then you just violated the first rule of Fight Club. Like, why would you do that? Now the Fight Club police are gonna get you. Grandma was right. It looks like a small shovel. Sam, oh no. That is a nice trowel. A kayak? Cool. Mimi, did you find the trowel? Yes, coming. Jaguar says yes, Sinners is a great movie. I cannot recommend that movie enough. You took your time. You alright? Cyrus says the iconic shot of Michael B. Jordan. Sorry, I'm not going to read that comment out loud for those who have not seen the film. But if you enjoy watching some Triple K's getting messed up real bad, I highly recommend watching the film through to its conclusion. Sam says the second rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. The thing is, Sam, is for these rules to exist, there would have to be a Fight Club. And there isn't a Fight Club. So, therefore, I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, it belonged to your dad, but it's broken. Oh, I wish I could go kayaking. Let's concentrate on gardening today, alright? I need you to pull out the weeds. Yeah. Pull out the weeds. Merchant says we should start a horror movie watch group called Fright Club. Isn't? I feel like that exists, though. So, Dad had a kayak? Yeah, he did. Your grandfather and your father used to kayak back in the day. Well, your father never really liked it. Oh, okay. How did the kayak break? It smashed into some rocks on the day the Dordogne was really rough. Smashed. So cool. Rule 1 of Fright Club is you don't talk about Fright Club. Cyrus says, I'm excited about the new Predator film. Though that looks dope. I mean, dang, they've really finally given Predator some love. You know, I've never really watched anything with the Predator. Again, same type of appeal to me as Fight Club. Sam says, I think Fight Club is an effective satire of Manosphere cult groups. Except, the problem is that all of the Manosphere cult groups seem to worship Fight Club rather than accept it as satire. It's like if a bunch of fascists watched Starship Trooper and was like, that's my jam right there. Now let's plant something, shall we? Really? Of course. First we dig a hole using the trowel. This is reminding me of me with my grandparents a little bit. Merchant says 99% of men miss the point, and most just unironically subscribe to what the movie satirizes. Yeah, that doesn't seem very effective to me. Sounds like they failed a little bit. Shark says the Cardassians, clearly the best group in Star Trek. Sam says yes, Starship Troopers and fascists. That's exactly what I was getting at. Which one do you fancy? Ooh, I get to pick between Time, Sage, and Rose? Time or Sage? Time or Sage? Time or Sage? Pick one. Pick one! Time or Sage? That's like the only reason I'm worried for the new movie, Him, because I know some white dudes are just gonna glorify it, even though I'm sure that's not the point of this new film. Merchant says Time. Shark says Sage. Sam says, the problem is Poe's law. The people you're satirizing will never see the satire. Cyrus says Sage. We got 2 Sage, 1 Time. Giving another minute for anybody else who wants to vote. I mean, I don't think it's just Poe's Law. I think that there are some parodies that are just not done well. Like, I don't think that some satirization lends itself to what the author might have intended. The satire has to be very, very explicit. And from what I've heard, Fight Club is not very explicit. Like, you have to be on the nose with your satire. You cannot play loose and fast with it. Like, you have to be like, this is exactly what we're making fun of. Alright, I'm gonna grab Sage. Sage is a favorite of mine. Perfect in tomato sauce makes me hungry. Keep. Sage, I love it when you use it in your tomato sauce recipe. Sage is so good in tomato sauce. Whoa. Okay. Now we fill the hole with soil and make a little mountain to keep the plant stable. Wonderful job, Mimi. To grow a plant needs sun, time, and water. Exactly. When you plant something, you need to water it a lot. You know, it's actually funny. I have not seen Veneration of Starship Troopers the way I have seen Veneration of Fight Club. Excellent work. I was thinking, I need to get some things from the market, and there we could buy things to fix the kayak. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, is it fixable? Oh yeah. We would need a certain kind of glue, a waterproof one, maybe some wood to fix the holes. Can we really do it? Yes, we can. Yeah. So what are we waiting for? These look really good. We should make a salad.
We left the house. We walked together. What a journey it was.
Go to the market with Grandma. Cyrus says, no, Merchant says that Sopranos is the same thing. Cyrus says Patrick Bateman point was not a good one. His ideology of saying, I do not wish the world for a better world for anyone. This confession has meant nothing. Is not something you glorify.
Nora spoke about her life, about her travels. There was always a part of her that belonged somewhere else.
Have a good one, Sam. Thanks for
liked her.
joining.
I can say it now. I loved that woman. So smart, so charming. And yes, sometimes her eyes looked sad.
Jaguar says, who said sage? I love putting sage on my food. I actually put some on my cream of mushroom today, that with oregano, dill, and pepper.
Dad used to say that I looked just like Nora when I was daydreaming. He hated that, of course. He disliked his mother and never explained why.
I am very confused why the father does not like her. I'm very curious what the heck happened, because this woman seems wonderful so far. And I'm kind of like, what secrets are here? Cyrus says, a really good film that did satire and is a cautionary tale on what it means to be a black man raised in the hood and the escalation of violence to a timid kid because he got his shoes robbed. The film was called Kicks. I have not seen Kicks. Was that in theaters recently? Or I vaguely remember seeing that in certain theaters recently. But I could be wrong. Came out in 2016. And what was the one that came out recently that... There was definitely one that came out recently that was about sneakers or shoes. Sneaks, 2025. Okay. My brain just kind of merged the two concepts in my head. Never mind. You unlocked a new location, Market. Welcome to the market, my dear. So many people, it's crazy. I told you before, we don't say crazy, but yes, it's crowded. Here, I wrote down what we need to buy. Would you take care of that? Me? But Mom never lets me shop by myself. She says it's too dangerous. I trust you. You're 12. I won't be far away. I'm just going to say hello to some old friends. Cool. I'll be back with everything soon. By the way, there is no way little kid me would not have walked alongside the side of that wall. On that staircase. This right here, I would have been walking on that. You love how the game looks like a storybook? Yeah. No, this is really beautifully done. The artwork, the watercolor is very nice.
Hello.
He has cheese, butter, but no milk. Hello? Do you have any milk left? I should have some right here. Oh, it's gone. It must be that damn kid. Which kid? There's a thief around here and he keeps whistling, driving everyone mad. Or you? Good morning. I need some rhubarb, but I'm not sure what it looks like. Those branches over there. Is it for pie or jam? I don't know. My grandma just said rhubarb. You'd better take the green and the red ones then. Don't let them sit around too long before you eat them. Anything else? No, that's all. Have a great day, little lady.
Okay.
Rhubarb acquired.
Hello.
Jaguar says, did we talk about why Sinners is amazing? No, but you can. You can totally bring in your perspective. Good morning. Hello, sweetie. What can I do for you? We need tomato seeds. You're Nora's grandmother, aren't you? Yes, I am. So nice to meet you. I think these are the seeds she wants. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Jaguar says, okay, so you all know I'm obsessed with shows that have a Monster of the Week vibe and Gothic-style shows and movies. Yes, despite the fact that you do not like horror. Hello? I'd like a baguette, please. Sure, here you go. Thank you. You're so polite. Have a great day.
Okay.
Jaguar says this is one of the few that brought that vibe with an allegorical aspect of BIPOC meaning. Yes, it did. There was also some subtle nudge to BIPOC women empowerment. True. My grandma and I need some waterproof glue and also some pieces of wood. We're fixing a kayak. Oh, I'm so sorry. You're too late. The last tube I had was pilfered a few minutes ago. Pilfered? Yeah, stolen. I'm sure it's that little rascal. Kid your age. Right little pest if you ask me. Oh, okay. Thank you. No milk, no glue. Ugh, I should get back to Grandma. Jaguar says Gothic lit has been dominated by white culture and has been diluted to entertainment that has lost its roots in a lot of ways. I love that this movie had a deeper meaning and brought it to the struggles of black people, and showed how racism also dehumanizes white people. Yep. I feel like King Cyrus would totally agree with you from what him and I have talked about how racism and patriarchy objectify women. Yep. Almost. I haven't gotten milk. We can get milk elsewhere. Or glue. Or wood. Oh, Mimi. Some kid stole everything. A kid? Maybe he's still here. What do you know about our little thief? He whistles. That's the only thing I know. Alright, let's find him, shall we? Yes. I need to take a picture of him. Quick, Mimi. Got him.
Look! You scared the thief. He dropped his bag.
Wow. Everything he stole is in it. Funny. Now that I think about it, it's like she knew who the thief was.
Why don't you take back all the stolen stuff? I'm sure the sellers will be pleased.
Good idea!
Thank you, Mimi!
Well done, Mimi. Let's head home now.
I remember now how good it felt. Helping other people, giving up my time for them. How come I'd forgotten all that?
And that one? That's not a star. Look how fast it's moving. It's a satellite. Cyrus had said, I love that, what I love is that Christianity didn't save them, their ancestors did. Yeah. The fact that they made that decision to not make Christianity the saving piece for people, I think, was significant and important. Jaguar says, I almost didn't watch it because I thought it was going to be heckin' scary. It almost flew out my seat in the opener, but I'm glad I watched it. Amazing. I was totally thinking that Cyrus, but I think that's a spoiler. I don't know if that's a spoiler. I think if I were to talk about how that happened, it would definitely be a spoiler. Jaguar says, and that's a dangerous thought in our communities because for so long survival depended on conversation to the white god, and to find saving in our ancestors is empowering. Exactly. And the blue star over there? That's Sirius, the brightest star we can see, just like you. I'm not a star. Almost. Tell me, how was it today? How do you feel? Today was awesome, but tomorrow we'll fix the kayak and I can't wait. I don't blame you. It was nice to work in the garden with you. Your help was very much appreciated, young lady. I'm so glad we managed to stop that thief. You and your camera, you're like a proper reporter. So the first half of your holidays is over. I'm sure the second half will be even better. I know it will. What's wrong, Mimi? Are you worried about something? No, just thinking about the thief. I wonder if he was forced to steal or if it was just a game. Ah, well, that's another mystery to solve for Mimi, the brilliant reporter. I'm not a reporter. That binder of yours is like a newspaper, right? Okay, maybe you're right. By the way, time to do my page. Cyrus says I liked how the reference to Dancing with the Devil made the point that demons and devils aren't a monopoly folklore only held by Christians either. True. So many memories, so many moments. I guess the rest of this adventure's up there in the attic. Wow. Don't feel too well. Maybe a cup of tea will do the trick. Always does. But listen, I don't want to start another chapter right now with us being this close to the end of stream, so I'm gonna ask that we finish up our thoughts on what we're talking about and then maybe call it a stream here. Because I don't want to jump into a whole other chapter. But, no, this was a really good set of conversations. I'm enjoying this game. It has, like, a sense of nostalgia to it, and is certainly reminiscent enough of childhood experiences, while not being, like, a universal childhood experience. I kind of wonder if this is tied to one of the developers or, writers' actual childhoods and lives, or if people like kind of combine stories to kind of make this happen, because it has a realness to it and a rawness to it. of trying to go back home after being a kid. I've enjoyed the fact that the child self has that very childlike wonder of, oh, I'm gonna play with things and explore things, but also certain things are boring and I don't want to do them and I want to do what I want to do. But looking at it from the perspective of her as an adult, it's very much a more like, what's the word? Not just nostalgic, but also a very, like, you're grasping at memories of things that you can no longer hold. Like, man, I wish I could do that thing that as a child I said was boring. I wish I could, you know, grasp onto that and have another chance at doing that kind of thing. There's almost a nostalgic regret and also a joy and a comfort from the past too going on here, while also rediscovering oneself and rediscovering one's history and story and memories. So I don't know, I'm enjoying all these components of the game. But getting back to Cyrus, says it's clear that vampirism is not your typical one from European folklore, because it's clear Rimmick's vampirism comes from his culture with druids. True. But yeah, I want to thank you all for stopping by today. I'll give you all 5 minutes if you want to have any last conversations, thoughts, etc. But I am going to peace out. You all have a good one. You all have some water, some tea, some snacks. Be good to yourselves. This summer's only going to get hotter. So try to stay hydrated, try to stay chill. And you all, I will see you next Sunday. Thanks so much for joining. With that said, my name is Anarchist Terra. Thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.